Hillarie, Holzinger, back again. We've recorded this once, but we're going to try it again.
So we know she's back again,
we know
but
she's
you
back.
all do not.
You guys don't know she's back. But she's got lots to tell us. She is the president of the Chamber of Commerce here in town, and there's lots of stuff, good stuff coming up that she's going to inform us on, give us all the details of, and who knows, maybe she's got some new inside scoop on some stuff.
Rumor mill.
We're going to pry on her anyways.
Yeah.
See if we can't dig anything up. But first we're going to start with Joe's wealth tip of the week.
Well, tip of the week has to do with credit cards. I've got a little bit of a debt theme here, but most people, they open up their credit card statement, they look at what the minimum balance is, and they pay it. We are in November. This is a good time to go ahead and take your finger, scroll down that statement page, and find out how much interest that you have actually paid throughout the year. I think it's an eye-opener. I would do it, and maybe that'll expedite your payments and get that thing down to nothing. But my tip is actually read your credit card statement.
That's good. I would imagine a lot of people probably try to look right past that part and ignore that.
Sure.
And avoid that reality. So, health tip of the week is, this is kind of the time of the year people are starting to think about New Year's resolutions, and are they going to? And a common theme lately has been that people aren't going to do them anymore because they've failed at them. I don't encourage that. Do come up with a New Year's resolution, but go with the approach of what can you add to your life that will be good, opposed to what can you subtract. So usually when people think about health, I need to stop doing this, stop doing this, stop doing this. Change it and start doing something. Start eating fruit, start drinking water, start exercising. Find something positive that you can add to your life, opposed to thinking of what you need to take away.
I think that's a good point. A lot of people think eliminate.
Yep.
Adding is a good thought. Yep. Positive too.
So, subtraction by addition.
Yep. So before we get to Hillarie, let's next week, Jeff, is it going to be me, you? We're going to spotlight.
Yeah, we're going to talk about we'll talk about Horseman Financial next week.
Okay, put me on the spot. I was deferring. I was going to let you do it.
Too bad.
All right, you're going to hear my story next week, and don't forget to subscribe to the page so you'll get notified of every time we release a video, and we're getting a lot more traction each week. So let's get started.
Yeah. So Hillarie, should we get started with? I have my Christmas shirt on.
Yes, festive.
Getting ready for the Santa Claus to come to town. So tell us about next Friday, the parade.
Well, it actually will be Friday.
Yeah, this Friday. Yeah,
that's right. Stop doing that. I know. Okay, so
good work. Tell us about Friday.
It's coming up. We have an amazing lineup of floats again this year. I'm putting Jeff on the spot. Pulse is going to have a float this year, so look for that.
First time.
Yeah. So it's exciting. We have a lot of businesses that are going to be first-time float entries. Some of them said they have never taken part in the parade, so we love seeing that. And a big number of new members that are working on floats and entries, so we're excited about that. So they're coming in like crazy. So our theme is Christmas Around the World. And I want to give a plug to our Christmas parade sponsor, which is Hillarie Machine. They help us with funding to upkeep the float and some other expenses that we have for the parade. So we're gearing up. We're ready. We need good weather now.
I think it's coming. We have a lot of turnover in Highland, new people coming. Where should people go to get the best experience for the parade?
Everywhere. You can really anywhere.
What's the route of the parade?
We start, the landscape will look a little different next year, but we start at the primary school, go down Lindenthal, and then we get here to Washington, cross Broadway to Washington, and then we end on Laurel Street. So it's a good long route. You can pretty much stand anywhere and get a good vantage point. Of course, if you're close enough to the square for the lighting ceremony, you won't have to run very far for that or walk very far.
Speaking of being close, parents, can you keep your kids out of the street as the floats are coming by? You don't need to squeeze in. Like, you just stay on the sidewalk like everyone else. Sorry, I'm a little bitter about it.
Our parade is unique in that
it's a safety issue.
We do, having the, it's dark. When the floats are coming down, it's dark. The floats are lit up. Some are really lit up and some not as much. So safety has been on the forefront of our mind for the parade forever, more so in the recent years with more entries. Chief Widman and I have gotten together a couple times and implemented some things that will make it even safer. So
there you go, Joe. They're already ahead of you.
I might just walk in the middle and corrupt, move people over. I'll get a big.
And
hey, I can give you a safety vest.
Yeah, say if you need more support on safety, you got Joe.
And I'm
here.
not going after the kids. I'm going after the parents that are letting their kids go in the middle. The kids are not at fault here.
Tight
Sorry.
ship over here.
Yeah.
Oh, moving on to the rest of the good parts about the parade. Let's keep it on the good stuff.
So much for the wins, huh?
Yeah. Kids are going to get lots of
I'll
candy.
move on.
Don't worry.
I will move on. Okay. They're not even done with their Halloween candy yet.
Well, they're about to get more.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
What other things do we need to know about the parade, or what should somebody, like if they've never been to it, what should, like, do they need to get there early? Do they?
I would say if you want to get on the square, the biggest bottleneck seems to be once we get to Broadway, to Laurel, to Washington, Maine. That whole area is pretty bottlenecked because people want to be on the square for when the lighting ceremony takes place. So I would say.
What time is that?
This parade starts at 6:30.
Okay.
So now last year we had a record number of entries. So the parade went really long last year. So I would just say be patient, bundle up, get to your spot. Some people, you'll drive through town at 5 o'clock and you'll see chairs sitting out already. So if you have a specific area you want to be at, get there and bundle up and be ready.
I'd say the corner over there by the new candy store is probably going to be.
Yeah.
It's going to be full over there.
Joe, I got a question. Since it bothers you about the parade, what do you feel about people putting their chairs out but not sitting in them and saving their spot?
I
feel like this is going to bother
we're not going to go there. That doesn't. It's kind of like saving a pew in church. You're gonna save a whole row. There's people that get there on time, and you're saving it for your entire. Let's move on.
Fair enough.
This is not Festivus, Jeff. I'm not airing my grievances here.
You already had to talk about credit card debt. Now you're going to talk about that.
Okay, no more.
No more.
We're positive.
Got it.
So yeah, we're looking forward to it. It's always an amazing event. The city of Highland will do their normal. The mayor will do the countdown. The lights will come on. Santa's house will open. It's just a really good family friendly event.
It's a good one too.
Yeah, I'm excited to be a part of it this year. Like I said, a lot of our members, thankfully, have put a lot of effort into putting our float together. So I'm excited to see it all come together and take home that top prize, right, Hillarie?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, is it the dance? Doesn't the dance studio always win? Or
the dance studio is always a big contender because they go all in with their float and they have little. It's hard to beat little dancers.
Point.
Yeah, I don't.
You're on point.
Put on notice.
On
here,
point,
Jeff.
so to
Yes.
speak. Dance.
Yeah.
I get that.
So what else is going on? What else is coming up with holiday season?
Well, right after the parade, the next day is Small Business Saturday. So we have a big push this year. We have a new program that we've put together, event program that we're excited about, and it's called Get Caught in the Act of Supporting Local. So the two chamber elves are going to go out to random businesses throughout the day, and they are going to present a lucky shopper with a $50 chamber gift certificate.
That's cool.
So it's going to be very random, and they are dressed as elves, and we're going to give out some candy and take some photos, post them on Facebook. But we kind of took it a little further, and we are going to make sure you are a stop if you want to donate your own $50 gift certificate. So we have 3 businesses that have taken us up so far on that. So otherwise it'll be random stops.
So if like a store wants you to be a stop, so they'll give, so then the elves will be in there and give somebody at that particular store at some time $50 gift card.
Yep. So so what will happen is, say Pulse wants to do it. Pulse presents us with a $50 gift certificate for Pulse.
I like it.
Then we go in and somebody's working out. We present them with that gift certificate and then our chamber $50 gift certificate. So $100.
Okay.
So we just were looking for a way. Immediately when we announced the program, one of the businesses said, well, I want to be a stop. So I said, well, let me think about this. How can we do that? So we're going to take the first 10 businesses and it's just a way of rewarding people, making them conscious of shopping local. And
where are the businesses? How do people find out where they're at? Or
they're random.
Oh, okay. So
random.
Nobody has any idea where. No. So you just need to get out and shop around
to go
town.
out and shop on
local.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. So there's no. All right.
No boundaries there.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's a mystery.
Yeah. It's a mystery.
All right. That's a mysterious.
So
season
that's
too.
exciting. That's we should always obviously be supporting local. And like I said, it's not just going to be retail, because I think when people think of Small Business Saturday, they think of retail. But it's just going to be service. If you provide a service and you can supply us with a gift certificate, we'll make sure we come in and you can take advantage of that.
Well, let's anyone out there want to schedule a client meeting on that Saturday, you'll probably be the only one. So
sign up for Horseman Financial.
There you go.
We don't do a lot of meetings on Saturdays, so maybe we'll make an exception there.
Yeah. So we're excited about that. Something
Cool.
new, something different that we haven't done before. And so far the feedback's been good. So, and I'm sure the public will like it. Who wouldn't want to get $50 or $100 just for supporting local?
Got some cool things happening in Highland.
Yeah.
Speaking of, is there anything new that needs to be put out there? Anything you want to share with us?
I think that we are just I think things are kind of on hold right now with some of the developments that are in the works. We have movement with the music school, which you interviewed Angelina about that. That's exciting. Get that square filled up. Mm-hmm. Sweet Spot will be opening on November 29th. So that's exciting. There's going to be a card shop right across the street from that.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that.
A Dungeons and Dragons type card shop there. So filling up our empty buildings is always amazing. It is nice to see new developments, but it's always nice to drive through town and see buildings that are actually inhabited and doing well and doing business.
And even the ones that are existing are shaping up their storefront. So
there's some businesses taking advantage of the facade program that the city offers.
You want to share about that real quick? Because I, as a fellow business owner, I will talk about someone. I'm like, are you aware of the facade? Do you want to share about that real quick?
So what I do know about it is Hubbard would be your go-to for that. But there's money out there available for businesses to improve their buildings. There's some parameters on it, but it's free money, and every little bit helps when you're, from just building a house.
Oh, yeah.
How much it takes.
Well, I took advantage of that program when we had my office, and the city clearly wants to help you beautify the front of it. So get out there and take advantage of it if you're a business owner and you want to dress up the front of your building.
I know Lee's Jewelry is going to be doing some improvements really soon on his building. He's going to do some painting on the outside. And Jeff, your building looks great.
Thank you.
Kind of keeping with your theme with gray and the black. And
seen Edward Jones just updated their front of their building.
Looks good.
It looks really nice.
Looks real good.
Yeah. So it's always good to have availability of funds to help you out with something like that.
Yep.
So what else is coming up with holidays? So after the Small Business Saturday, then anything in December?
Yes. Cookie Crumb Trail.
That's December.
That's the following Saturday.
What's the date on that?
December 7th.
Okay.
So we are going to do Cookie Crumb Trail like we've always done. We start at Kloss Furniture at 10 a.m. The participants line up, and last year I pulled up 25 minutes prior, and there was already about 50 people in line. And by the time we started handing out the tote bags for the Cookie Crumb Trail, there was probably over 125 people in line.
And it gets people into other
Yes.
businesses, and then they basically do they
Yes.
get the recipe for whatever
Yes.
cookie is there? Okay.
Yes. So we have two different sponsorships. We have an event sponsor. If you don't want to make the cookies, but you want to be on the tote, your logo, and you get all the advertising, digital and print marketing that we do, you can be an event sponsor. And that's $75. If you want to be a cookie sponsor, then you make a minimum of 100 cookies. And each participant has to stop at all of the cookie sponsors. They get a cookie, a recipe for the cookie, and then if they line up at Kloss, and they're the lucky first 100, they get a tote bag.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So last year, the maps that you get when you line up, we had over 200 turned in. So in those businesses, 200 people walk through the doors.
They turn them in for what? What do they turn these in for?
So they turn them in to us, and then by 4:00, and we gather them all, and we do a drawing for chamber gift certificates.
We're just in a giving mood.
Yeah.
We're just giving all sorts of
And
stuff
the money
out
goes
here.
right back into the community.
Advice.
Is it too late to get in on that?
It is. We are full for the cookie sponsor.
So I can't get in.
Yeah. It's
What
full.
about Jeff?
Completely
You could
full.
maybe be quality care and
You could
go
be
around and
quality
make
care.
sure before anyone goes that the product is shipshape.
Yeah.
Probably maybe that's not really a good role for you.
Yeah, probably not.
So this event used to be on Small Business Saturday, but 2 years ago, two of the businesses that have been in the program forever said, this is kind of a strain on us because it's already busy on that day. Can we talk about moving it? Well, year before last, I said, let's visit that next year. So this past year, we did revisit it again, and I pulled all the participating businesses, both event and cookie, and no one said that's a bad idea. So we took it off of Small Business Saturday and put it on that separate Saturday. So just spreading the love. So
Love it.
yeah. So
You've done a great job, by the way.
Thanks. I appreciate
Yes.
that. I love this town. I love what I do. I have an amazing board of directors and ambassadors. There's nothing that I couldn't ask one of them to do, and they would do it. It's just a really great community to be a part of.
How long have you been doing this for?
Be 4 years coming up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Been that long
So,
already.
yeah. Can you believe
Time
it?
flies.
I know.
If you're a business owner and you're not part of the chamber, I'd invite you to stop in and talk to Hillarie, and you can get a ribbon cutting, and then the support from the chamber and pretty good
Website
group
exposure.
to be a part of.
All kinds of some members. We are still have a list of members, businesses that we reach out to that used to be members. Sometimes we'll walk in and talk to somebody and they'll say, well, nobody's never invited me. So
You're invited.
So yeah, so
Here's your formal invite.
Yep.
absolutely. And the networking, the website, the newsletter, so many benefits to it.
Well, even the after hours, you can tell from the amount of people that on a regular basis that there's a
Right.
good energy, on a monthly basis for that, for sure.
Speaking of, that's tomorrow at Becker Jewelers.
Oh,
It's a dual one.
it actually be last week.
It actually be
Yes.
last week.
So sorry you missed it.
what's the
Sorry you
next
missed
one?
it.
There you go. What is the next
Yeah,
one?
the next one will be Shuffle, and that's December 5th.
Okay, and that's
That's a big one. That's at Wix.
Wix.
Yeah.
All right.
So don't go to Becker Jewelers.
that on
Go to
the
Becker
chamber
Jewelers
before-
tomorrow.
Join the chamber before the party, and you can come in,
Yes.
and there you go.
Yeah.
Always look for an angle.
Yeah. So, yeah, we have a variety of hosts and businesses and organizations that host. So we are full for 25, and believe it or not, I think we've only got 4 months left for 26.
That's the after hours.
Yes.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Good work.
No shortage there.
So what would you say if I was, what would you say to a business that was maybe just thought about the chamber, or maybe it's been a long time since they were in the chamber? What is different now than that, that you would encourage them why they should come back?
Well, I can't speak from a business perspective from before, but I know things that I've concentrated on, and I think a lot of it is just making people feel included. I think that you have to treat everyone differently based on what kind of business or group or organization. I think the chamber needs to not get so caught up in retail or restaurant and bar. There's a lot of other services, financial, things like that are
Gyms.
very strong in the chamber. But I think mainly it's just making people feel welcome. And that's one of the things I heard when I came on board was it's really nice to feel welcome. Like you came in and said hi, or you invited me personally to business after hours, and no one's ever done that, or what have you. So we've just tried to culminate atmosphere that makes people feel like they're included and they're valued.
Which I would say you do a great job of that. I notice, like, if you had somebody that you wanted to be introduced to, Hillarie will be the first person to just put you two together and give you formal introductions to take away some of the awkwardness or uncomfortable. You do a great job of helping people out that are I know a lot of people are nervous about going to those types of things, and networking is really hard for them. I know it was for me, and still is challenging. So the easier you can make it, the better. And you do a good job of who would you like to meet today? Like, let me make that happen.
Yeah.
So
Agreed.
Well, thank you.
Anything else coming up in December, or is that pretty much wrap up the year for the chamber?
That pretty much wraps it up. Parade, Small Business Saturday, and then we have Shuffle, then we have our Cookie Crumb Trail, and then we're going to get ready for January. We're looking at the calendar, deciding what programs we're going to tweak, what it's going to look like. We kind of slow down with member visits this month because there's just so much with the parade and everything. But that'll be back in full gear. We'll be calling on members that are long-standing that just need a little refresher on what we do, and then we'll be calling on new members or members that have dropped previously and see if we can get them back on board.
It's a great community. You're a good representation of where we live. We had the mayor on, and just the theme. We're pretty fortunate to live where we are. Mm-hmm. And I've personally lived in other communities, and this is special. Highland special. It's special for sure.
Yeah. So if you're a small business and you're not a part of the chamber, and you want just more information, reach out to Hillarie or myself or Joe, and we could tell you, more about it too. We'd love to have you on board. The more people involved, the better.
Yes.
So for me to just wrap it up, Thanksgiving is going to be Thursday. Pretty blessed personally, and just want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving, and try to be positive and enjoy your family.
Yes.
Yeah. Enjoy the day. And remember my tip from last week. Joe, you remember?
Was it eat something that doesn't taste like shit?
No. Oh. That was the week before. One plate.
One plate. Okay.
One plate.
Well, you got two tips. Yeah. Then don't eat something that you're not going to enjoy.
Like, if it sucks, don't eat it.
Yeah. Grandma's pie is terrible. Don't eat it just to be nice. Like,
yeah, correct.
Stay away from the fruitcake.
Give it to the dog.
Yeah, just drop it on the floor. So, all right. Well, thanks again, Hillarie.
Thank you guys so much.